Welcome back to our second segment of the show. This is Faye Phillips. I'm with Fame, Fashion, Art, Music, Entertainment, brought to you by ESC, Eastern Shore Connection, which again, to remind you that may have just tuned in, that's the magazine publication that's been coming out for over 3 years in the Mobile Bay area. Today I'm very excited. We are shooting another segment in the beautiful Mobile Marriott on Airport Boulevard in Mobile, close to the busy Bel Air Mall. And I have one of my very favorite people in the universe with me today.
Oh, aren't you sweet?
And please welcome Varian Walton to our show. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, what a way to do it, Miss Faye Wray. I know not long ago you and I were both sitting on another set and another time, and you had mentioned to me that this was something you always wanted to do. And before we get any further, I think it's so important to say to you and everyone out there that you have to live your dreams. And despite any obstacles or hurdles that may come your way, you have to believe in you when no one else believes in you. And as long as you believe in you, you can make it happen.
True.
And this is a great example of that because you are just as fabulous as you have always been, whether you are fabulous in print or on videotape. Way to go.
Well, thank you. And one of the things she's not saying is she has been my coach and my cheerleader for a long time. And another fellow independent woman, Nona Simmons, that we both know very well.
Absolutely.
Certainly helped coach me in the early day. Actually, what Varian was just referring to was as recent as last April was Jazz Month, I think. Mm-hmm. We were chatting about this dream I had about a TV show, and Varian was one of the first people that said, simply do it.
You have to. And a lot of times change is frightening, and we get out of our comfort zone. And we feel as if, well, what if I fail? So what?
Right. You're not going to know unless you try.
Absolutely. Get up, dust yourself off, and just keep one foot at a time. And I think the best saying that has helped to inspire me, I think it came from Martin Luther King Jr. He said, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just see the first step.
It's in the Secret, the book The Secret.
Absolutely.
He's quoted in that.
Absolutely. And that's been the thing that I've been living my life by just in recent months as I take a little R&R for me.
Well, as she says that, she has 5 projects going. You've contributed to a couple of publications in the Alabama magazines, one's out of Atlanta. You tell the story.
Absolutely.
You tell the story.
Absolutely. Black Health Magazine is a magazine I've been working with. A lot of folks remember that.
And tell us who this is.
This is Jada Pinkett Smith. She was a part of a cover story that the magazine did before I joined them, but since I've been with them, they've gone after Mary J. Blige, Angie Stone, Anthony Anderson, and Chrisette Michele.
Which is the one you made sure I got to meet.
Absolutely.
What
got a chance to.
Fabulous lady.
She is. She's an incredible talent. She's very young. And that magazine will be out absolutely in 2011, and that's a part of what we're talking about here, Faye. You know, it's a new year, it's a new chapter, and it's a great opportunity for a lot of women who are interested in doing anything, if it's jewelry making, if it's fashion. We'll talk about that a little later. Live your dream. Absolutely.
Well, and this is so true because this is the time of the year. Number one, we overindulge financially and food-wise,
yes.
And then the New Year's, and of course us, right into Mardi Gras. That's when we make, I hate to say resolutions we sometimes do not keep. I learned a long time ago, I do not wait till New Year's to write down resolutions that I'd like to do. I feel like it's the sculptor that chips away at the giant piece of marble and that we're working toward that every day. And I think when people overwhelm themselves, then they feel it's unattainable. And I think as long as we're in that general direction,
absolutely,
and you know what I'm talking about.
Well, the main thing is every day is an opportunity to get it right.
Sure.
Absolutely.
And what's wonderful is, as you found out, I'm an early bird, not because not the same reasons as you, as being on a set so early, day after day, but it's so interesting when you're doing what you really enjoy because it's nice to see the sunrise, and it's nice to hear a rooster crow, and it's nice to see sunsets.
It's
and,
the dawning of a new day, and again,
it's
another
a wonderful
opportunity to get any of those dreams that you've been wanting to get done.
I have many brainstorms early in the morning, as you well know.
Oh, that's the best time that God talks to us.
And we should listen.
Absolutely.
Well, tell us this, and I may have kind of skipped over it a little bit. In the Black Health magazine, what is the gentleman's name that's the editor and publisher?
Marcus Oakes is a resident, a native of Mobile, I should say, a native of Mobile living in Atlanta. And what's interesting about he and I, Faye, I'll say this very quickly, we are both products of the city of Pritchard. And I have never been one to...
That's an interesting way to put it.
Never mince words about the fact that for a lot of people, when you are from Pritchard, there are no expectations.
Well, that's an interesting way to put it.
No, nothing is expected of a lot of the children who come from there, but Marcus Oakes is a gentleman who has succeeded in having a magazine that's done very well for almost 7 years. Most of you know my career that has spanned everything from working with a local NBC affiliate to starting Restaurant Scorecard. People still write me about Scorecard on my Facebook page, and interestingly enough, two magazines in North Alabama have asked me to be a contributing editor or just correspondent with them in doing a column for their magazine as well. What's been interesting is that I started Restaurant Scorecard in Huntsville, and Radar Magazine is a local magazine.
I was very impressed with the photography work, just the way, and the text he used, the font, and this fabulous
article about food safety. And that's the thing, that's universal. Anytime you get the opportunity to teach an entire region of people how to determine who really deserves your repeat business, that's the thing.
It's very interesting reading, and the whole concept is ingenious because so many people do not acknowledge it because they just rather not deal with it. And it's very important how clean and healthy and safe an environment is where we go share our food with our loved ones.
Well, the final thought to leave you with on that note is just know that almost 3,000 to 5,000 people die every year from something they ordered off the internet.
I saw that.
And food poisoning is very real. So the main thing is just to keep yourself safe and recognize, a clean sanitary establishment.
True.
Because health inspectors will tell you the check marks to check out someplace
Wouldn't you hate to be with them deciding where to go eat? They go to all the restaurants and be like, I'll go to this one or this one.
No, you definitely want to go where the inspector eats. You might want to watch that for sure.
True. Good point.
Absolutely.
Good point.
Absolutely. And we're getting ready for the holiday and the new year as well, and a lot of us are looking for a few fashion ideas. I think you had some ideas with that as well.
One of the things I was going to mention is, and Barry and I both love to, we can be casual or we can, as my grandmother used to say, gussy up. So we just have a few items on the table. The blue suede and blue satin is huge, and we're seeing lots of fuchsia pinks and fur trimmings, and I don't have it on this, but usually I have something on that's got an animal print on it. But they're seeing accessories in that. Black lace is, this is just a large piece of black lace. That's a great wrap to throw on with a rhinestone brooch to put with something dressy or a cocktail dress.
Well, lace is also very popular for Southern ladies. You can say what you will about couture fashion and fashion period. I know a lot of folks have now started to watch Kate Middleton, the future Queen of England. They like the fact that her fashion is affordable, it's simple, it's sophisticated, but when you think about the Southern taste, a lot of designers don't get that. I remember the days of gaffers. Growing up here and being a native, a lot of women will walk up and talk about the days of living in the South completely changed when we lost stores like D.H. Holmes and Gaffers.
We did.
But those buyers got it when it came to the Southern taste. And
they
being
did.
A Southern lady.
And one of the things you see on the front is the full-length gloves, and they're showing those fingerless, like the one I'm wearing, sort of a Michael Jackson influence, although that was around, drum majorettes did it for years. Also, the full-length gloves, the three-quarter gloves, and in leather, and I've seen them in a kind of a silk, and also in lace, which is fabulous. And they're showing lace and all kinds of interesting twists on shoes and handbags and all that. So I'm thrilled to have Barry and Walton with me today. And as we both know, it takes a lot of rumbling to get in front of the camera. So I'm humbled and grateful that you are here with me today.
You can call on me anytime, Faye.
Oh, good. We're going to have her on again really, really soon. Please stay with us. We have another segment coming up, and we'll be stopping over at Serta's Coffee Company in downtown Mobile. Come with us and check it out. I'm Faye Phillips with Fame, Fashion, Art, Music, Entertainment, brought to you by ESC, Eastern Shore Connection. Thanks. See you soon.